Hi, my name is Tamara, and you are watching Things Even a Monkey Should Know. Thanks so much for watching again today. As you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I'm not a professional at this do-it-yourself stuff. I'm just a girl who's figured out there are a lot of things around the house and out in the yard and on the cars that I can do myself and save myself usually some time and often some money too. So hopefully you've saved both of those now too. So today, you know how sometimes you'll have a little service engine light or check engine light that comes up in the dash of your car when there's something not quite right in the engine? Well, today I'm going to show you how to check that and read it prior to taking your vehicle in for service. So let's get started. So you may be asking, Tamara, why do I even give a crap about that check engine light? Because I'm just going to take it into somebody else to fix it anyways. Well, here's the reason why you give a crap. Actually, there's several of them. The first is that sometimes that light will come on when just when the gas cap on your car is loose. If you get out and you tighten the gas cap, then it's going to reset that light, but it usually takes several cold starts before that light resets. Well, if you're like me, I do not like to have that light blinking at me all the time or lit all the time because it'll make me immune to it, and if something is actually wrong, I'm not going to be as likely to see that. So there's that one. The second one is that you can often take your vehicle to like an auto parts store and they'll read it for you, but not as many of them are doing that anymore. And sometimes, a lot of times, if you take your vehicle in directly to someone to fix it, they're going to charge you to read that code, and it's something you can easily do yourself. So wouldn't it be silly if you went in and paid, say, someone at a repair shop $100 to read this code when all it is just that you needed to tighten your gas cap? Yeah, kind of sucks, doesn't it? So the things that we're going to be needing today would be a little reader. You can get a variety of brands and styles and everything like that. I just got a little cheap one. It has everything that I need it to. It reads the codes on the vehicle, and I can also erase the codes that are in there so that if it is, again, just say a loose gas cap, then it's going to go ahead and turn that light off in the dash for me so that I don't keep seeing it. So I really like that too, so I don't have to wait and cold start my engine, you know, however many times before it resets itself. So yeah, this is all you're going to need. And I do have the manual that goes with it because it has, look at that, it has all the codes. A lot of times, well, some of the brands, of course, you can look them up online to find the codes. And your next question might be, where do you get this? You can get them sometimes from an auto parts store. There we go. That phrase just wouldn't come out. I actually ordered mine online from Amazon. It was $20. So, you know, again, I can be saving myself like $100 or thereabouts, as opposed to taking my truck into somebody to tell me why the light is on. So let's go ahead and get to doing this. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff as best I can without making you sick from camera movement. Pretty much every newer car, this truck is a 2000, so it's not very new, but it still has a port right here to plug in a reader. Just about every vehicle is going to have this, unless you've got, you know, like something from, say, the 80s or before, but I believe this started somewhere around the 90s. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, before I put the key in the engine, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug this in to the port, and it goes ahead and it lights up, and it just basically tells me, hey, I'm on and I have power. So we have our little tool that says it has power, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the key in the ignition, and I'm going to turn it, but I'm not going to start the car. Make sure that your air is off so that you don't run down your battery. And so at that point, I'm going to go and press enter on this, and it should start scanning to try to find which system. There's several different systems that vehicles have in them. Whoops. And so it is reading now. And basically you just wait for it to read. And again, my truck does have the service engine light on. And it may take a couple minutes. Okay. So it's telling me on the menu, it's basically saying, hey, you've got some codes, and it has 3 fault codes, so that's exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find out what they are. So the first one, that was not on here when I checked this the other day. It is 1131. And so I'm going to look, hopefully in my book, one-handed. I'm very talented that way. Well, okay, I don't know where 1131 is, because since this book only goes up to the 900s, and that means that anything above that I'm going to have to look online for. So I went ahead and scrolled past 1131. But so now we're up to 171. And again, I'm just going to look this code up. And in this case, it says system to lean. So we know that. That's not getting enough oxygen. And 174, which is system to lean on the other bank. So now I know what the problem is, at least with those. And again, I will have to look the other ones up online, but that's okay. That's a different code than I saw whenever I did this earlier. So the next thing that we're going to do, which I have every confidence that my codes are going to show back up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear these out. And so I just get back to the main menu, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to do erase. And you can go ahead and just say, let's see, yes, whoops, erase, yes or no. And I'm going to say yes. So it should be erasing. It may not, because it might not have wanted me. Okay, no, it says erase done. So now my check engine light is not going to come up anymore, at least until the next time I drive my truck and the sensors say, oh, hey, you're off again. So, but if it was simply that the gas cap was loose, which in that case, it used to read system to rich, then that means your gas cap is just loose. So I would have erased and left, but you know, as you guys can see, I do need to take my truck in for service. But that's all there is to it. So did you see how easy that was? That's something that you might think, oh my gosh, it's going to take so long. But all you do is just plug in that nifty little tool machine and just take the reading yourself. And you know, the reason I started doing it was because my gas cap actually had a leak, so I had to get a new one. But I didn't know that, and I took my vehicle in, and because the check engine light comes on, oh no, we got to get that fixed. And the place very kindly, I guess, charged me $80 instead of $100 because it was just a loose, or in my case, a cracked gas cap down in the area where I couldn't see. So I thought, after looking at their machine, I thought, that is something I can definitely do myself in the future. So I hope now that you feel comfortable doing that too. And if you, I'm not saying that you can necessarily save yourself the diagnostic fees if there's something more major wrong with your vehicle, but there is the possibility if you take a printout in of, hey, these are the codes that came up, so you guys don't need to do this. You can definitely argue that point. So I hope that you enjoyed that and it helped you out. Thank you very much for joining me again today. If you haven't subscribed already, please go and subscribe. The button is floating around in that general side of the screen. Thank you very, very much to everybody who has already subscribed. And until next time, have a great week. I'll see you again soon.